Hey guys, I'm back again. They will be back. I'm gonna go get my drinks. And And I might turn on my TV for some background noise. But yeah. Leave comments and I'll get back to you. I got the fan on. I'm turning on the TV. Hello, whoever you are. So I am back. If you watched the last video, I kind of gave you an update about this channel. And we're going from there. I am trying to get to excuse me. To YouTube on my TV so I can put some background noise on. Because right now the only thing that's going on is you can probably maybe hear people, my parents in the other room, and my fan. So okay. So I will do a little bit of everything on this video, but this is my planner for the year, and I had to throw my other one out, but I really liked it, but I didn't have any way to keep it. Sorry. And so this is what I'm using for the next year. And so I got some things written in it, but not very much. Hi, Julia. I hope I pronounced your name right. Nelson. I'll just go by Nelson. I'll just go by the last name because I know how to pronounce that correctly. I actually used to work with someone. So, yeah. Okay. I'm glad I did. So, how are you? Thanks for joining the live. I am just kind of hanging out right now and talking about some changes on my channel. I'm glad you're fine. If you have been subscribed to me for a while, you're welcome. You will see that some of my videos got deleted. That was because someone hacked into my account and deleted them. And I had to reestablish my security on this channel and my online platforms. So I'm trying to create new content and do more lives so I can correspond with you guys and get to know you guys one-on-one instead of just me making content and you guys absorbing it and leaving comments. Thanks. I am too, but I'm moving forward. I'm not going to dwell on it. And the only sad part is, well, two sad parts is that content that was deleted. I gained quite a few followers because he was cleaning and cooking with me. And beforehand it was just tarot readings and spirituality and unboxings. And so, and a little bit of reborn stuff. And then the other side part of it was supposed to be someone I was in love with, and they backstabbed me. So, but you live and you learn, right? So, yeah. Thanks. I hope so too. And like I said, life goes on. I think the most difficult part of that chapter that year was I was with someone 10 years and married 6 and got a divorce, and it was a lot smoother than this 1-year relationship that I just ended. So that, it's really, you got to be careful. And maybe people have known this before me, but I'm 36 and I had to learn the hard way. You got to be careful who you let in your life. Before, I wanted to give everyone a chance. I'm too empathetic, and look where it got me. So using those gifts in a very protected way is the best way to go, because when you don't have protection, that's what happens. And I was ignoring my intuition, and that's the second time I ignored it, and it probably would have cost me more if I wouldn't have listened to it recently. But it's currently storming here. It's in Indiana. Where are you from, Nelson? Maryland. Okay, nice. How did you find my channel, if I may ask? Because I'm curious to know how people find my channel, because I know some people, they find it from the hashtags. Sometimes they find it by pure chance. Sometimes they find it because it was suggested, so on and so forth. So I'm just curious. Oh, okay. Suggested videos. So, like, what content do you watch, if you don't mind me asking? I'll tell you what I watch when it's, I'm not making content myself. A lot of spirituality, um, Bible studies, like witch unboxings, music. I'm trying to think what else I kind of watch. Book reviews, things of that sort. That's kind of what my... Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, I like tarot, and that was my purpose of this channel, was specifically tarot and Reiki. So that's awesome. I've watched some people, I think it's mukbangs or McBangs. I don't know how you say that. But people eating, and I've watched a couple of those, but I usually stay more towards reviews and things like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it right, but yeah, people eating basically. It's interesting. I like ASMR too, because certain noises give me anxiety, and I'm easily startled and anxious. So some food videos, I can't do it. But yeah, thanks for making me smile. I needed that. But yeah, a lot of ASMR. I actually have a Chihuahua, and she's 13, and I watch TikTok, and I've noticed there is a content creator that she does ASMR like almost every night with her Chihuahua. So I thought that was kind of unique, and I kind of like watching that. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's my baby. I can't have children, so my dog's my world. Yeah, so I can pull a card for you if you'd like, since I know you watch tarot videos. If you want to, or oracle card, you can pick oracle or tarot, and I'll pull one for you. Since, you came in here and communicated with me and gave me the time of day, and even if you don't subscribe, I appreciate you coming in the live, because when the playback comes on, it's, other people watching. But yeah, so I'm trying to think about your inheritance. Okay. Yeah, let me see which tarot deck I could use. I think I'm going to use an oracle deck, and I hope you're okay with that. But it is the Herbana Witch Oracle, and this one is more straightforward, where the tarot is more. It can be a little bit more in depth, but more mysterious, I guess you could say. Where oracle, I feel, is more lighthearted. I appreciate it. So yeah, so that's what's going on. Is I'm just trying to create new content and just kind of hanging out for now, since it's the weekend and I don't got much to do. But okay, so this was in reverse, and it was like a rainbow. So I feel like right now you don't have all the information, and I feel like this inheritance is going to be slow moving, but it's going to be full of positivity. And I feel like if you do come up against some rough patches, so to speak, it's going to be for a reason, because it's put into, I'm hearing security. So I don't know if there is certain, I'm seeing numbers. So I don't know if there's certain numbers you have to acquire, whether it's your age or whatever it might be, but it will start to come to you. I hope that makes sense, but that's what I'm hearing, is it's security. And it, it might not be in the way that you want, but it's definitely in the way that you need, and it's going to help you. For some reason, I'm seeing a house, and I'm seeing, like, energetically, like a field around it, like almost like a security field, or like a security system, but it's energetic. So I feel like spirit's really monitoring your safety and monitoring your future. So again, with the like a rainbow, I feel like it has a lot of different layers to it. So I feel like this is going to lead to different things in your life. It's not just about the money. It's about maybe connections and opportunities. Okay. Well, I'm glad your dad protected our country, protected, um, done a great service, and I honor him for that, and for you for telling me that. Um, I wanted to go in the army, and if you watched my other video before this one, I mentioned that I wanted to, but with my health issues and other things, I couldn't go into it. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna cry. So I feel like, he's around you, he loves you and respects you, and he knows you won't misplace it, is what I'm hearing. Disrespect it or misplace it. And so I feel like there's a little bit of paperwork to do, but yeah, you're very giving. That's good. 6 to 12 months is what I'm hearing. I don't know, what that's about. I mean, it could even be about him and his passing, or him and his intentions. But do you have like a medal? I'm being shown like a gold medal. And I don't know, it's not like a medal. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like something you could put on like on a uniform. There's some significance there. I don't know why. Sorry, the connection dropped. Sometimes when I channel, my computer will freeze, or any device that will freeze. So I apologize for that. I am currently also on TikTok doing a live as well now, and I was doing it momentarily. My child just came in momentarily to see if I can get some people to come over on YouTube instead of TikTok. But I keep getting invited to co-host, and I don't want that. So I'm back. So if you guys want to watch me live, go to Raven of Hope on YouTube, and I'm going to end this live on TikTok. Thank you. Yeah, I've been doing tarot for quite some time, and I'm always learning new things. I like to see how other people read and interpretate the cards, and it's always up for debate. I feel it's always up for discussion. And yeah, I keep an open mind and like to hear other people's thoughts on what they think I'm reading. But thank you, Reaction King. Where are you from, and how did you find my channel? Because I was talking to Nelson and giving a reading for that individual, and it froze. I don't know if you were there when that happened or not. Yeah, that's unfortunate, because I feel like I will always learn. As long as I'm alive, I'm always going to learn. So that's where I stand with the tarot. That's where I stand with life. I try to be humble as much as I can. And that is unfortunate that a lot of people, a lot of readers are closed-minded and arrogant. I feel like that isn't going to help nobody. It's not going to heal nobody. Some people will say it's the devil's work, but I believe it has spirit behind it, the positive spirits behind it. If you say a prayer and that's your intention, that's what you'll draw in. That's probably the closest to the law of attraction that I believe, because everything else I'm just like, eh. But I'm glad you got recommended to me. You can subscribe if you want. If you don't want to, that's fine too. Is that all you watch is tarot? Yeah, I can pull a card for you if you're okay with an oracle card, and see what spirit has for you, or I can even pull a tarot card. I Like I said, if you want a more in-depth reading, I feel like they're affordable at ravenofhope.com. And I do private readings there, and I give you the YouTube link. So only you and I have the link, and it'll be a video, pre-recorded video. You can always have it, keep it forever, as long as you don't delete it. And yeah, but I will go ahead and use this deck. This is, I believe, the Dark Tower Tarot. It's from Temu. It's a reprint. Okay, so What does Reaction King most need to know? Okay. So there's a stack of cards here. Six of Pentacles. And I'm sorry for the fuzziness, the blurriness. This is an older computer. And the lighting's horrible in here. But what I feel like this is about, and you can tell me what you think it is when I pulled it, I feel like this has to do with some... Okay, you're under pressure. Yeah, I feel like you're corresponding with some people that have a specific way they're dealing with life, and it's not going to work out the way that they intend it to. It could be money. Yes, Pentacles are about money. And I feel like being careful of where you put your money is going to be important. Because I feel like the sixes of this, when it comes to the number 6, I feel like it's about being mindful, and it's about being aware of other people's habits and your habits, and how that can kind of clash, and how it can create a sort of disharmony. We have the Five of Swords. So when I think of this, it's conflict, right? It's about trying to maybe fight for a common goal or a common end result, and only one person can... It's like a competition is what I'm hearing. So I don't know what kind of competition or goal you're trying to reach, but maybe that's why you feel the pressure, is because you're trying to access something that is where it feels like it's a scarcity. It feels like it is the top prize. But Spirit's telling me that there's new things coming, and a lot of the... Okay, for a person. Yeah, for a person. That's interesting, because the next card is Ace of Cups in reverse. So this is telling me that... Okay. Let me show you the rest of the cards that came out. So we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, okay? And we have the Two of Swords in reverse, the Empress, and the Nine of Cups. So I feel like... What I feel like, if you want my opinion, and I want to hear your opinion, because it sounds like you know tarot. You know enough to kind of give yourself this reading, right? Of the cards that came out. My opinion is, if it's a love interest or a business deal or whatever it might be, I feel like you having everything... How do I say this? You are fighting in a way that is not needed. What you need to do is you need to step back and observe and focus on yourself, and that person will come to you. You know, it's okay to kind of, what they're telling me for whatever reason, inquire and be like, hey, take it or leave it. This is me. This is what I have to offer you, and I would really appreciate it if you give it a thought, or whatever, and then back out and wait. Because with the Nine of Swords in reverse, Spirit doesn't want you to lose sleep. They don't want you to be under pressure for something that should come naturally. And you want someone that's going to be on the same wavelength to want to make it work with you, if that makes sense. So you're wanting to find more of an equal. I'm not saying that this person can't be your equal or won't be your equal, or you won't be with this person or this opportunity. But what Spirit is saying is go for it and step back. And if it doesn't happen, then something better's coming. And it might be longer than what you expect or what you want, but it will pay off in the future because of these two cards right here. I feel like these were the end result. Okay, whether you get it or you don't, you're going to get that or better. Because of the Empress, we see the Empress as a figure of fertility, of abundance, of security, of confidence, of maturity. Okay, you want someone that is going to see your skill set, see your quality, and see your rarity, and hold on to that and want to be with that and not let it slip through their fingers, if that makes sense. And then the Nine of Cups, I feel like when we think of the 10, that's like the end goal. And so with 9, I feel like that is a spiritual number to let you know that Spirit is giving you options. And you might be tired of having options, and none of those options that's presented work out. And so you feel like you have to keep starting from scratch. But what I hear is this is the last time you will have to compete for what you deserve, because people are going to start seeing you and coming to you once you kind of relax and you focus in on your strength and not let your mind and let your don't overcompensate is what I'm saying, if that makes sense. Because what they're telling me is when you overcompensate, it makes you look like, not that you're desperate, but that you maybe are impatient, and that can turn people off, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. So I'm glad it makes sense to you. So I feel like I'm saying, the cards are telling you that you have some greatness coming to you. But right now, it's about self-appreciation, and the money, the person, the opportunity will seek you out as much as you've been trying to seek that out. And okay, so what I heard and seen clairvoyantly is, like, I read your comment, yep, needy, and then I heard, um, I lost it already, but basically what they were telling you is that you need to lie and wait and know that your needs are gonna be taken care of, and don't put yourself in a battlefield that could get you hurt more than what it's worth, if that makes sense. But yeah, I do see you, Buttercup and Nelson, and I seen your comment. I'm sorry about the video freezing up. And when a spirit comes into the room, sometimes it will freeze my devices. I don't know why. And then sometimes my own energy will cause electronics to shut down or stop working. So my energy might have been too out of control. I'm sorry about that. But yes, Buttercup, hold on a second. I just wanted to thank King for coming on here, and hopefully that answered his question. And Nelson, I hope I answered something of your question. and that it gave you some sort of peace that you get something to look forward to. But I'm surprised you had a dream similar to that, what I was trying to say, because I was getting it clairvoyantly. And so sometimes clairvoyantly can be in the dreamscape, or it could be in the spirit world, or it can be in our reality. So sometimes I don't always know where it's coming from. So I appreciate the confirmation, because sometimes I don't know what spirit's trying to tell me, and that's why I need you guys, because to me it's a teamwork between me, spirit, and whoever I'm reading for. And it helps me learn how to decipher my gifts a little bit better. Okay, so what is your question, Buttercup? Okay, so I'm going to assume that NC is no contact, correct? I just want to make sure I'm getting it right. But what feelings are for you? Okay, so yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Like I said, I'm older, and everyone puts these abbreviations, and I just want to clarify. Okay, so I apologize. Okay, no contact. Okay, let's see. So I call in my guides and your guides and all beings of light to assist me with this reading, and that you get a clear and accurate message for you. And we're tapping into what R thinks of you right now with no contact, or what his feelings truly are with the no contact. I appreciate your patience. I'm getting a feeling of like being in the water and like waves are coming over, and it's making me feel disoriented. So I feel like he is trying to keep himself so busy that he can't think of his feelings right now. And I got like a nauseous feeling. So I feel like this person is taking it hard, but that person also has other things going on, and it's like it seems impossible to even know the true feelings of what he's really feeling, or she, but I feel like it's a he. Yeah, like a hermit. That makes sense, because it's like emotional, very emotional. Like no one's gonna understand. Like I can't even talk to anybody because I don't understand, sort of thing. That's the feeling I'm getting. Okay, the cards that came out was the Knight of Swords. So yeah, I feel like whether this person wants to give you clarity, but that person doesn't have clarity. And a part of it is because there's a lot going on mentally. Now, I'm not saying that this person is not mentally stable, but this person's going through a lot mentally, and it's causing stagnation in the throat chakra and in the heart chakra, and even like up in the third eye, where that clarity, like I feel a little bit of what I'm hearing and seeing is heart and mind, and anger. I see anger, like frustration, like to the point of like punching something, very upset. But I don't know if this person has trouble communicating in general, but I'm seeing a little bit of that too. I'm hearing nonverbal cues. So I'm not saying that this person's nonverbal completely. But what I'm hearing is this person's having a hard time verbalizing. Yeah, that makes sense if he's hiding his feelings. The Magician. So this is saying that this person is someone that is very strategic, and when they don't have it all figured out, it's like they don't even want to communicate at all, because it's like they don't want to look like a fool, if that makes sense. And this person has a little bit of control issues, and not like in a harmful way, but like a anxiety way. Like, I have to have control. I have to have different ways of, so if it goes this way, I know what I'm going to do. If it goes this way, I know what I can do. This is what I got to say. This is, you know what I mean? So it's very strategic. Yeah, I'm feeling like a little burning sensation up in my crown chakra. So this person's, once they get calm and they get the passion and the inspiration, I feel like they will reach out, but it's going to take some time. I'm seeing 2 to 3 weeks for some reason. And I feel like the reason why there went no contact is because there was a little bit of anger taken out the wrong way. And it was like taking a step back so no one else gets hurt. For whatever reason. I don't know why I'm being told that or why I feel that, but maybe you can confirm that or not. Either way, I hope that helped. But I do feel like this person has feelings for you, but they're very unsure of how they want to proceed, because they don't want to give themselves false hope, and they don't want to do that to you, because I feel like they've made mistakes in the past and it's made them look like someone that they're not, and it started to crop back up in some of the connections or correspondences you guys have had, and it scared him, and he thought it was a dead end, and it makes him, I feel like I'm going to cry. So it's very infuriating to him. But that person wants you to be happy, and that person's just deciding if it's better to reestablish a connection with you or to let you find someone that is more peaceful for you. But there is a lot of passion there is. And I feel like you guys teach each other, which is a good thing, and that's what you're holding on to, is you feel like it can be someone you can have a long term, if not permanent, kind of like a teacher and student, and you can kind of work off of each other and learn from each other. Yeah. I think he loves you too, and I feel like he just doesn't feel like he's being a true friend, and he wants you to be your own true friend and to decide how even you want to proceed. I feel like he wants you to take some time for self-reflection. But hopefully within the next 2 or 3 weeks, I feel like you will get more clarity on this situation. I hope that helped. Okay, so I will answer one more question because I'm trying to keep it 1 to 2 questions minimum, just in case if someone else comes on. And these are free. But when I read your question, Buttercup, I felt like what is his next actions towards you in the next month? I feel like I heard the first words I heard was self-dedication. So to me, that is him deciding, am I going to dedicate myself to this person and make the changes I need to make to become a better person for that person? Or am I just going to become better for myself? And I feel like, with that being said, I feel like you are the catalyst for him to want to do better in general. And I feel like he will tell you that. And then you guys get to decide if it is worth the dedication. Because I feel like you guys, with you saying that you were friends, I feel like you have what I'm seeing is, I'm seeing a solid foundation, right? And then I'm seeing clairvoyantly you and him, and you're both leaning in. And what I'm seeing and hearing is that what the problem was is that you both were wanting to go at different paces. So it doesn't mean that it can't be, meant to be. It just means at this time, there is a lot of internal work for both of you to make and to do for you to get on the same page, if that makes sense. So I feel like you guys will be able to tell if you're going to be on the same page or not in the next month, and then go from there. So I do feel like there will be communication. I just feel like right now it's needing to be more internalized individually than anything. Yeah, I can see what the cards say about his actions. Um, he reached out and he didn't reply. You just want to know what the cards say, or Spirit has to say about his actions. So let's see what. King of Wands. So yeah, I feel like he's wanting to come in August. Yes, come in August with a plan, with a way to lay it out all on the table and be 100% honest and clear and direct. And you need to see his point of view and not rush what you want, because that is going to be the key to unlock it, if that makes sense. So I do feel like he is wanting to come to you with certainty and assertiveness and confidence. And the reason why I feel like he didn't reach back out is because, like I said, those emotions are so high right now, and he doesn't want to mess up something good because he's being impatient, if that makes sense. Yeah, I hope that helped. Can I ask how you found me, Buttercup? You're welcome. YouTube Live. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just ask everybody. I know it's probably annoying to you guys. And that's fine if you're retracting your message. I understand privacy. And like I said, Buttercup, if you really need to have something more discreet, I have a website. I will type in my website in my email as well, for private readings. And if not, that's fine too. I hope at least helped you some today. And thanks again for your patience and coming in and your support. I really appreciate it. And there's my email. Hopefully okay, it's going to show now. But those are the two ways to get a hold of me. And I've even thought about I'm going to try to open a Cash App again Cash App account again, because I did have one and you can donate any amount of money and I would do a full private reading. But unfortunately, I've had some difficulty with getting some of my accounts back for whatever reason. Like I said, I had someone hack into my stuff, so it's been a chore. VS, I'm not going to pronounce your name because I don't want to mispronounce it and be disrespectful. But you said, hello. Could you please tell me I'm sorry. Hello, could you please tell me if I'll be able to marry the man I love or not? Yeah, I can pull a card for that. And I call on my guides and all beings of light to assist me with these readings, and that anyone asking questions gets a clear and accurate message for them. Hi, Gina. How are you? I just was looking through my King of Swords came up and upright. So I do feel like this person does love you. But what I'm hearing is they have people in their ear. So family. For whatever reason. What I'm hearing is arranged, but they're going to have to rearrange for whatever reason. And then I have Page of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune upright, Temperance, Two of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like the one you love now does love you, and that they do see a future with you. However, I do feel that there will be some rough patches that you will have to overcome. And there is, I don't know if it's your family. I feel like it's that person's family that is very opinionated and causes a lot of unnecessary tension. But with these other cards here, I feel like you two need to make sure it's just you two. And that will decide if you're going to get married or not. Because I feel like you need someone that is going to be there for you. And when you get married, you're each other's family. You respect each other's families. You respect your own family where you came from. But ultimately, you want someone that you can have your own sacred bond that is going to surpass what you've witnessed in the past, whether it be family history, those around you, etc. So I do feel like there is a good possibility you will marry this person. But once again, Spirit is telling me, don't settle. So if anything comes up with this person that you want to marry and that you love, if they are not providing you with what you want, it's okay to love them and let them go. And you will find the one that will love you and surprise you in many ways. More than what you're being surprised now is what they're telling me. Hi, Tony. I hope that helped. VS. Hi, it's me. And Gina, I'm glad you're having a good evening. Mine's going okay. Thanks for popping in for a few minutes. You had to pick up grandkids. Oh, okay. Hope you're having a good time with them. I've been spending a lot of time with my niece and nephew lately, so I'm very happy about that. So I will get back to Tony. What message Spirit has for you real quick. And I will enter my 8 of Wands. Interesting. So Spirit is trying to guide you in a way that you might not want to see yet. I'm hearing stubborn, whatever that means. But they really have something. They're trying to get you out of situations that is going to be confining. 8 of Swords. So to me, that is about, they're trying to get you out of your own mind, and they're saying use that active imagination for creativity and producing things instead of reducing. Whatever that means. I feel like they're just telling you that they want you to, like you said, have blessings and have things to be grateful for, because you've been selling yourself short, and they want you to stop doing that, and they're trying to redirect your energy. So if you're finding just for an example, like physical warning signs, cold spots, chills, goosebumps, feeling a little bit of warmth out of nowhere, getting a strange feeling like someone's tapping your shoulder. Spirit's trying to get you to be grounded and mindful and in the present, because they want you to see that your reality can be better than your imagination. Not always. I mean, let's be honest. Nothing's perfect. Not everything's positive. But they're wanting you to really ground yourself, because there is things coming forward that you need to be present for in order to get the most out of them. I hope that makes sense. And I'll pull one for Gina. And if she's not here, she can, watch it later. If she wants to painfully watch the hour, it looks like I've been going an hour. I haven't even realized I was going that long. You're welcome. And then I will do It's Me. And if you want to leave your question, it's me. Go ahead. I'm just doing one question, 2 tops. Just giving you guys kind of a feel of how I read. And okay, you're still here. Did you have a question? I was actually looking at my old videos, Gina, and you came up there and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the live." So it's funny you're here now. That's so weird. I'll just see what comes through if you don't have a question. Okay, so Queen of Swords, King of Cups in reverse, Queen of Wands, Two of Wands in reverse, Five of Cups, the World in reverse, and the Seven of Wands. Wow. In reverse. So I feel like things will settle down, but right now there is a lot. Okay, that makes sense. So Spirit is saying that they want you to reinstate boundaries and to use your throat chakra and do what you do best, is what they're telling me, which is advocate. But instead of for others, you need to advocate for yourself. And Spirit wants you to know that that is a top priority, trying to save to get your eyes fixed, because that is your lifeline. You are a very visual person. It's important to you, and you need to reiterate that to some people around you. Because if you don't, and some people, they can't get it through their head because, I don't know, you might have some people that are very, not meaning to be, but self-absorbed. And you really need to put those boundaries back down and let them know that things need to calm down. Because if you want me to continue to be here for you, this has to come first. Because if not, you're putting me and you and everyone around me in jeopardy. So it's more like you have to be a little bit more, they're telling me you have to be a little bit more stern, and you have to really make them think for them to get it through their head. Because if you're saying, I need this, I need to save for this, and this is important to me, they're going to be like, yeah. Because people say things and I'm going to do this, this, and this, and then things come up, right? Kind of like what you're talking about. But this is what Spirit wants you to do. I do feel like things will settle down. I'm hearing 6 to 18 months. So I don't know if you've been delaying it that much, but Spirit really wants you to vocalize that, because I'm feeling like a lot of solar plexus energy coming up through the throat. And so this is more of it's a need. It's no longer a want. And that needs to be really vocalized. And with these all being in reverse, a lot of these cards, and with the Queen of Wands being upright, to me that's saying that is you. You're very practical and humble and caring and giving, but now you need to have the sovereignty to make a decision that might put people on the back burner for a while. And it's going to shake up some people's world, and they might be a little upset with you for a while, but they're going to come around and they're going to apologize, because you're going to see that this is the key, not only for your health, wealth, and happiness, but also for theirs as well. I hope that made sense. I hope that gave you some sort of inspiration or clarity. It's me. I want to know what is coming to me from my person named Asgrar tomorrow. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Like I said, I am not really good with names 100% how to pronounce them. I don't want to be disrespectful. That's as close as I'm going to get, and I apologize. But let's see. It's me. What's going on? And I will get to you, Alana. Just one moment. So let's see what's going on. You're welcome, Gina. I'm glad it made sense. Thanks for your feedback and your support. Good to hear from you. I don't think I hear from you on Facebook because that's been a hot mess, and I'm sure you've witnessed the disaster it's been. So Judgment and the Fool in reverse. It's me. So I feel like this is telling you, and what I seen clairvoyantly was like someone taking a couple paces and the other person taking a couple paces. Okay. Is there's going to be some laughter and spirit letting you know that things are coming slowly, and tomorrow is a stepping stone. So I don't know if you're not going to have as much physical contact with this person as you would like tomorrow, but I do feel like they're going to give you something to look forward to in the next coming weeks. Because with the Fool in reverse, that's telling me that this person likes to have fun, but is also practical. And with Judgment being upright, I feel like they want you to feel respected and not feel, they don't want to disappoint you. So tomorrow might go a little bit different than what you're thinking, but it'll be for the best, if that makes sense. I feel like there will be a good conversation. It might be brief, but it'll really give you something to look forward to. I hope that makes sense. Atlanta. Hi, I'm a Taurus, and my interest is a career man. I'm glad. I'm glad it makes sense. Okay. Yeah, thanks for your guys' feedback. That means just as paid readings, honestly, because I understand clear communication means a lot. Thank you, Gina. Wishing you a magical night too and evening. So, Atlanta, what do you need to know about that statement you made? That your interest is a career man. 8 of Wands in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. So Spirit's telling me that he's a very practical person, a workaholic, and you are totally right. I'm glad that makes sense. And the way I look at it is I'm not right, Spirit's right. So I'm just the middleman, if that makes sense. What I'm seeing, Atlanta, is you're very determined, and you will find that person in a unexpected way. 7 of Pentacles. So what that's telling me with the Wheel of Fortune and the 8 of Wands in reverse and the 7 of Pentacles upright, it's telling me that you're going to find someone in an unexpected way. You're seeking after a certain quality, correct? And that's great. But Spirit's telling you that you're going to meet someone that is willing to become that for you because they love you. They're willing to put in the work. They're willing to put in the effort, and they hope you would do the same for them. And so you're going to get what you need. I feel like that is a good target. That is a good goal, and that will come to pass. I'm seeing 2 to 3 years for whatever reason. That doesn't mean it's going to take 2 or 3 years. That could be that's what you've been after for 2 or 3 years. maybe you have a plan for 2 or 3 years. But yeah, I hope that made sense, and I hope that helps. I can pull another card for you if you want to leave your question. Like I said, I don't want to do more than 2 a person just because people coming in, and I want to make sure everyone gets a reading that wants one. And like I said, I will go ahead and put my information again if you would like a personal private reading, and also my email as well. If for some reason my connection goes out again for whatever reason, you can get a hold of me. Nelson, will you move on soon? So as I'm shuffling the cards, Nelson, I'm feeling a couple of things and hearing a couple of things, and what I'm hearing is don't rush your grief, and that has something to do with moving on. I don't know what exactly you're talking about, but that's what Spirit's concerned about, is don't rush it. Don't rush moving on. Don't rush grieving, because things are moving forward, regardless if you're ready or not, is what they're telling me. But I do feel like you have a lot of soft, gentle, loving spiritual beings around you to help you through a lot of this pain you're going through. And I'm sorry you're going through pain for whatever reason. Okay, so we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. We have 3 of Pentacles upright, and we have the 6 of Swords in reverse. So yeah, there is a lot of emotional things. There's a lot going on, and I feel like right now your main focus should be those that you trust. Find a community, find support group that is going to listen to you and really take what you need into consideration, and to not judge yourself for seeking help if you need it. Because I feel like that's going to help you move on, is realizing that you have things to look forward to than just maybe your inheritance, or maybe just the dreams you have. And that's really important, is what Spirit's wanting you to really want you to know. Thank you. I appreciate that compliment. I really do appreciate your guys' support and your patience and giving me the chance to read for you guys and being so kind and thoughtful. And I am going to go ahead and get off here for a little bit so I can take a little bit of break. And like I said, my information is in the chat box, so you can always reach out to me and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And I hope to be on later tonight, if not maybe tomorrow sometime. And right now it's 7:36 p.m. Eastern time. That's the current time zone I'm in. I don't know what everyone else is in. So, yeah. Okay, yeah. I look forward to seeing you guys again too, and reading for you guys in the future. And like I said, if you guys want I know some of you are fine with leaving your comments and your questions because I probably will post this. I hope everyone's okay with that. So the public can rewatch it, or you can go back and rewatch it if you forget what we talked about. And if you have the patience for an hour and 20 some minutes. But yeah, so I will be back. And again, you can reach out to me and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If not, I will see you in the next live, guys. So much love and blessings.